going to switch to my camera. There I am in all my glory. My beard is all ready to go. Grief. Hello. Skyhog is Sanadam. My name is Skyhog Religa, and we're going to be doing Primus stream this evening. And we're actually at a point where we've got quite a bit going on. All kinds of new stuff that we're taking a look at. Okay, those aren't ready yet. So recall, we've got some space up here next to my biodomes, and I was going to go ahead and put this to work. I think I'm going to take this window here and go ahead and put it here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to build some things that we're going to need. We're going to need a DNA manipulator to make trees, and we're going to need an autocrafter to start making some bacteria and other materials, and we're going to need a incubator so that we have excuse me as a moment. Sorry about that. So we can start to make some bees and butterflies as well. We don't have a butterfly dome just yet, so we probably won't be making butterflies, but we can start by making some trees, which will be grand. All right, so let's get this stuff built. We need some of these materials. So I'm gonna need a super. Oh, I don't have any supers. The other, actually, the thing I need to make first. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. A recycler station. To make that, I need deconstruction chips. So let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna have to make 3 supers, and then I'm gonna need extra silicon and magnesium, 2 extra of each. So I'm gonna make 3 supers and 2 of those. I'm gonna make 3 supers, and I need 2 more of those. And I need 3 supers. 3 supers. And 3 supers. And aluminum. 3 supers. Okay. So, oh, water filter. Excellent. That's so exciting. Okay, 3 supers. Now I'm going to make my my recycler, which is going to be right over here. Oops, I haven't made my microchips. I need to make 2 of these. All right. Ah, turned around. All right, I'm going to put the recycler right here. Okay, and now I can take things apart, such as super rods. I'm going to take this super rod and I'm going to put it in this little bucket. And I can deconstruct that. And I get 8 supers and an aluminum. That's how you make a super rod. Okay, so I've got those. Now, let me get rid of those. And go back to our DNA, our autocrafter, and our incubator. And I don't think I can get the beehive. No. So I'm going to have to incubator and DNA manipulator And autocrafter. Okay, so make the incubator. You need some bark. I'm going to need tier 2 fertilizer. I need a super, and I'm going to need some oxygen. Oxygen right now is 2 cobalt. An oxygen container. Okay, and then I'm going to need for the manipulator. I'm going to need explosive powder, bioplastic, osmium. I'm going to need a couple of extra osmium. Need bioplastic, and then for the autocrafter, I'm going to need a super rod. Okay, bioplastic. Running on bioplastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and head upstairs. Okay, so this is near our crafting station for our biodome. So I'm going to go ahead and put the DNA crafter here, and I'm going to put the incubator, our first incubator, right here. Okay. Now the incubator will let me make a bee once I have a mutagen. And the DNA is going to let me make some trees once I have mutagen. So, mutagen is, oh, wrong way. It's in the biolab, and it is methane, a sulfur, and a bacteria sample. So, one thing I was thinking of doing is putting a autocrafter up here. Just start to make some bacteria. Water. Food. Okay, so this is pretty far away, but I can put a couple of lockers nearby, and I can drop materials into those, and the autocrafter will then just make those materials. So I'm going to need a couple of iron. Six iron. I'm going to make 2 lockers. There and there. This will be water. And this will be algae. Okay, and now I'm going to go get some of that. Let's go ahead and take this algae up there. And I should put these supers down. Oops. This is overflow. This is overflow. Okay, so this, the water in here, a couple of those, and this autocrafter should start making bacteria. Now, I'm going to have to keep that well supplied. Okay, and then I should have a good source of bacteria upstairs. Probably won't need this down here. I'll go ahead and take that extra algae. Yeah, grab all of that. Oop, I've got more algae here. Okay, and that's there. Okay, let me throw these beans over here. Throw the algae here. Okay, now let's go see if we can collect more algae and get some more water. There's water. Now, I did collect algae at the end of the last session, but I wasn't certain how close to the end of the session I did it, so apparently it was long enough ago that we got some. Pick. Okay, and oh, this is only 70%. These are also not ready. Okay, so I picked up some of it, but I couldn't pick it up all up. Okay, I'll grab water for the rest of it. All right. What do we have here? Just some aluminum. Okay, we'll take that too. Overflow. Okay, that's full. Go ahead and take these downstairs. Okay, I'll grab this more algae here. Throw that back over here. Okay, bacteria. Okay, so I want to make some fertilizer. So let's go back into my menu item here. So I built these things. Make trees. I need a tree spreader. So that's going to require bioplastic fertilizer, supers, and tree bark. Tree bark is not a problem. We've got plenty of it. So there'll be enough bacteria upstairs already, I think. And also going to need mutagen and fertilizer. So I'll go ahead and make some of those things. I've run out of water again. Okay. I'll take those two. I need to drink water once in a while. Okay, so to make mutagen, we need some of this sulfur. And I need methane. Okay, that'll make one, and that should be able to get me a tree, as I recall. I'm gonna grab some more. I'm gonna make some fertilizer. Grab some more sulfur. Okay, that'll give me 2 fertilizer. Go here, then mutagen, 2 fertilizer, and okay, what do we need to make a tree? My best tree is 125%, so none of them are very exciting. I think I have Pstera and Shangas down the way, so I'll make a... Okay, go ahead and make that. Need a Lerma and a tree bark. Oops. Okay, and now I go here, and I'm going to put in my mutagen, my tree bark, and my Lerma seed. I'm going to click on research. Wait for this sequencing to start. If you leave before the sequencing starts, it never starts, and that can be suboptimal. Now, the bee larva is mutagen and uncommon larva, and we'll start with that because bees are handy. Okay, so got some water here. Water collection is never quite fast enough. The other thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make another water extractor for the lake. There. Okay. And go ahead and collect this methane. Okay. So I need mutagen, which is sulfur, methane, and bacteria. We need one of those. So we should be able to make the mutagen. And then I'm going to need an uncommon larva. And a fertilizer. Yeah, those. All right, so there's the mutagen. And I can go to my this is actually not the DNA manipulator. That's funny, but I guess the DNA manipulator is built into the what is this called? Incubator. All right, so the tree should be almost done. Still got some sequencing to go. Okay, so I'm going to clear that, drink some water, and I'm going to see if I can get a tree spreader out. Okay, I need the other the other fertilizer. I'm going to need another tree bark. There's no tree barks here yet, but I'm sure there's some over here. And I have some downstairs too, but might as well collect it while I'm up here. All right. I need bioplastic. That's 83%. On the corner, bioplastic. I have one left. So I'm going to need to make more. And bacteria and super. Super. Okay. Now I just need that tree. 97%, 98%. 99% done. Okay, now I have a tree. All right. So now we're going to go put up a tree spreader. And, oops, I'm on the second floor. I'm going to go downstairs, go around, run out here. All right, we have our lovely flower spreaders down here. So this tree spreader, I believe, it floats on water. So we're going to put it over here on this water. Pick up some more of these grubs. Larva. Okay, let's come over here and we're going to put a tree in here. A soleus tree. Now it's going to start spawning little trees. And this tree spreader, one tree spreader, produces 920 parts per quadrillion at 125%. So that will be multiplied by our rockets that we have in the air. So we should get a pretty good output from that. We'll make some more. Get a chance. Okay. Now, let's see. So I did that. Now I want to make a beehive so we can start getting honey. We need more fertilizer. Okay. Fertilizer is also going to need bioplastic. So bioplastic is mushrooms and silicon, I believe. Let's go grab that recipe. Bioplastic is water, silicon, and mushrooms. Okay. I'm going to need several, so I'm going to go ahead and deplete my mushroom stock probably pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to make another water. And I'll probably take a couple more to make bees. So I've got 11, 12 there. So let's see how much silicon I've got. And I've got 6. Okay, so that's 6, and then I need water, 6 waters. That's the rest of my consumables there. Okay, so, excuse me. Bioplastic. Make 6 of those by holding down the control key. Okay, now I need fertilizer. Put these grubs away. Larva. Put the tree bark away. And I'm going to eat one of these beans. And okay, so I've got... I need fertilizer and supers. I'll grab a super to make this bee. I'm going to need another super for the water extractor. And fertilizer, I believe, is algae. Eggplant. And sulfur. Probably going to go get some sulfur at some point. Oh, I think I only needed 2. Okay, so here. Yep. 2 of those. I've got 2 of those. Now I'm going to go grab my bee larva. Here's the bee larva. All right. Now we can get some honey, which is great. So once we get our food processor, they can start making honeybees. I think I can put my beehive up here. Yeah. Just put it over here by the water collector. All right. And when that gets honey, it'll drop it right there, and we can come pick it up. Tier 1 beehives only, you only get 1 per. Okay, so I need magnesium and aluminum to make the water extractor. Aluminum, I think I might need a couple of aluminum over there too. Yeah. Titanium. Okay. And magnesium. All right, so that's another water extractor. Ooh, I got a new tree blueprint. I'm gonna make this water extractor here. Next to this one. Right. Uncarmine lava. Uncarmine lava. Okay. Okay, and then we'll fill up on algae. Until we get drones, picking algae and collecting water are probably the most boring things you have to do consistently in this game. Okay. Okay, consumables. Still gonna need water. Go ahead and put away some of this stuff. Bioplastic. Yeah, I probably want to put up another beehive, to be honest. But I don't have the mutagen for a bee just yet, so I'm going to go ahead and put this away. I've got enough bacteria for what I need to do right now. So I will put that away as well. Got a fertilizer. And larva. I'll go ahead and put the larva on this. It's kind of mixed larva at the moment. But let's see. So that's a start. These tier 2 food producers really produce pretty fast. Yeah, see, these are not quite ready, though. These probably have been done for a while. I'm going to go ahead and eat the beans because I'm actually getting pretty close to full up on beans. Eggplant and mushroom. Okay, so I am kind of low on bioplastic, so maybe I'll make a bunch of that. How many mushrooms do I have? I really don't use mushrooms for anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, 7, 8. I think I'm going to need to collect silicon before I can do this. Yeah, okay. So let's see if we can go to our miners. Oh, that's right, tier 2 miner. That's what we wanted to do. You'd want to put up a tier 2 miner over by where the supers are. And then maybe we'll try to get some osmium miner out there too. Hydration level critical. Over here. Ah, honey. We'll just take that. You can eat honey. Oh, look at all those larvae. Okay. We're up to 8.66 GTI. It's really cruising. Those tier 2 biodomes, excuse me, really crank out the oxygen, and now we've got trees coming out too, so that's a big deal. I probably should have brought my rover so I could have filled it up and recalled it. I'm not seeing any silicon on this run. Let's see what we got down here. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to head over. I've got the materials for that T2. I'm not going to get distracted. We've got some cool things, too, as far as personal equipment. We've got a water filter. Once we put that on, we can drink out of any of these puddles, out of these lakes, which is very useful. You don't have to carry around as much water. Unless you go into the lava area, or believe it or not, underwater. You can't drink water underwater. Puzzle that one out. Alright, so this is my oxygen refresher. Okay, I've got some silicon there I can bring back. Okay, there's my miner. I'm gonna have to clear this out, so okay. But I'm also gonna have to deconstruct it, so I'm going to put some of this over here. Iron, magnesium, silicon, and ought to do it. Oh, something came through. Okay, now let's build this tier 2 miner, or extractor, I should say. Okay, and this is mining super alloy. So again, I can't pick yet. Tier 3 ore extractors will let me select the material, but the tier 2 will actually pull up the super alloy here, as well as, you know, all the other materials. But that's a big improvement. Okay. So I'm going to take all of the silicon and all of the I'm not taking back any titanium because that's just not very useful. So let me grab that and I'll fly back. Okay, so now we've got a tier 2 miner pulling up super alloy. That'll be very helpful. We've got a beehive out, so we're collecting honey. We have a tree spreader out. It's on the water, so it's a tier 1 tree spreader. And we've got a new kind of tree that we can take a look at. And we put out another water collector. And we have an auto crafter to make bacteria out of algae and water, which should keep us a good supply of bacteria. We don't have drones yet, so all of the delivery is manual. The drones will allow us to automate our delivery processes, pickups and buildings, and that's when we'll build an auto crafter locale. Let's go ahead and put away cobalt and the iron, and okay, I've got plenty of aluminum. All right, so I'm going to grab some of these mushrooms. Okay, I only need 6 silicon for that many mushrooms. So that'll do it. And then I need water. I can put the osmium away now. And the iron rod. So I'm going to need some water. That should be it. And then I can make bioplastic out of this stuff. All right, so I've got 6 more bioplastic. Put in our storage for next time. All right, this has been part 31. We're really making some great headway. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our numbers look like. We're going to have to build our command center at some point, other than the biodome. So So we're at 9.06 GTI. Our oxygen is going up by 369 parts per quadrillion per second. Our pressure is hanging back a little bit, which we can try to pump that up. I didn't get any rockets in the air this time, but we really are going pretty well. And we'll start to build up some biomass as well as we start to get into the larva and the trees. I think the tier 2 tree spreader actually spreads biomass as well. All right, let's go ahead and I'll just stop right here in front of our little screen. And Slan Gofoil. Until next time, Gohormaga, thank you very much, and I'll see you later.